Yo, what is going on? Hope you are well, wherever you are, whatever the time. Welcome back to another daily vlog. We got the pre-workout meal here, which is going to be 330 grams of cooked weight rice, 120 grams cooked weight mince, 80 grams of peas, 20 grams of that sweet enquire, pepper sauce, 2 slices of toast, and 20 grams of honey. So what's the plan of action today? So this morning I woke up at 96.5 kilos. If I'm being honest, I had a thought to myself after I'd taken my photos this morning. As you know, if you've been watching the previous episodes, my body weight has been coming down from the 97s after I pushed my fullness up after my first show. And it's been slowly coming down, which is great, but I can't be asked for it to be so slow. I want to push a little bit harder. So I am actually going to be lowering my food starting from tomorrow. And I know that I said in yesterday's video, hey, look, I'm losing body weight on around 500 grams of carbs. I want to push more because I want to be a little bit tighter for my upcoming shows. I know what I need to do because of the mistake that I made going into my first show was just being way too conservative with food in the lead up to the show and also on show day. I know that I can push food a lot harder than what I did, and that's exactly what I will do. But I've got plenty of time to get leaner, push that envelope a little bit more. I will, however, be keeping my steps exactly the same. Cardio is going to stay exactly the same. There's going to be no changes to training either. You literally can't beat honey and bread. This is like 20 grams of honey as well. Imagine like 40, 50 grams of honey. Speaking of training though, today is a leg day. It's going to be my squat pattern day today. So we're going to be doing the pendulum squat, which is cool. This morning I have been doing a little bit of work, mostly focusing on planning content, also focusing on doing the food shop, also focusing on updating my monies as well. I've also, for the past few days, had this huge sense of gratitude for the position that I'm in and the position that I've worked for. Honestly, I feel like I am genuinely living my dream, really, as in the way that my day is structured. Of course, over time, I want to have more clients. I want to be able to travel a lot more, but that's going to happen. That's going to come. I think I'm just so happy with the position that I'm currently in. Of course, as I've said, when I did mention about leaving my other job, life will always come with highs and lows, and you can't let the highs run you so high that you forget that there are lows in life and you won't be up here forever. You have to keep your ego in check. But regardless, I am still just so grateful and happy and glad that I'm just moving forward. I'm busy, I'm super busy, and I am running like the line. I'm putting out content every single day on YouTube, on Instagram, obviously checking in with clients. The client base is growing. I'm super busy. I'm literally on my phone all the time, staring at screens for most of the day. But that's exactly what I've wanted, and that's exactly how I want my life to honestly be. And I feel useful. So yeah, had a great sense of gratitude this morning. But in the gym today with legs, I'm also going to be filming some content. I am going to film the session, and I'll get back and give you a breakdown of the session for you guys as well. I'm also, because part A of the season, mostly in the UK, has pretty much finished. So part A runs from like March all the way through until about August time, or like late July. And then we go into part B of the season, which typically starts back end of August and also kind of the start of September time. So a lot of people that were in part A of the season are now into the post-show phase. A lot of people are doing their post-show phase for the first time ever in their life. So it's like, oh, like, what do you do? So once I have finished my leg session, I'll also be giving you some tips and tricks to make sure that you actually nail your post-show or at least get through that phase pretty much unscathed and actually still enjoying bodybuilding. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this food because your boy's hungry. There's my update on prep, and I'll see you after the gym. We are back. We're back. Good leg session, really good. And honestly, a reminder that I am super excited to get into my off season. You know, those sessions where you just feel powerful. I think finally I'm seeing the benefits of having my food a little bit higher. I'm taking advantage of eating 500 grams of carbs. Like, if you're going to put in more food because you've reached a good amount of condition, you might as well utilize that food, have a greater output, push yourself hard, have some great training in there in place as well, because I do think that that will make a difference to the look. Yeah, taking advantage of those 500 grams of carbs. But it doesn't change the fact that I want to get leaner. So, as I said earlier, I'm gonna be dropping the food tomorrow. Pretty lean still, but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get the condition that I want eating 500 grams of carbs. I know it will happen. I'll get to like 90, maybe a high 95. Like I saw a 95.8, right? Maybe I'd settle around the 95s, but it won't go any lower than that, I think, on 500 grams of carbs. So tomorrow we drop the food. I just want to just get it off and then just worry about eating more food when I need to worry about eating more food. Post-workout meal. We got something new in the food shop. Cocoa Pops or Choco Rice, the dupes. So we're going to mix that with the rest of the Rice Krispies for the post-workout meal. The leg session today. So, as always, with this leg session, stretched, done some steps, stretched, and started off with my calf work, which was 3 sets total. And the motto for this leg session was no shit reps. No shit reps. I watched a reel from Cuba today, actually, and it was like, every single rep that you do has to be quality. And if you're just getting sloppy towards the end and then just labeling it as, oh, I just train hard, bro, I'm intense. Not really. Like, it might look like some of my reps, I'm ending the set short maybe, but I know it myself that if I go for another rep, just so pointless. Genuinely, like, at the condition that I'm in, just completely pointless. I'm not getting anything out of it. So, like, if you're in a situation where... Lovely. Oh, let me focus so I don't put too much. If you're in a situation where you get to the point where you match reps and you add another rep to what you done last week, or you match reps but you increase the loading, and then going for another rep is only going to make that set shit, there's just no point. Just make sure your reps are really accurate. So that was the motto for this session. So calf raises, I moved on to a seated hamstring curl because the adductor was in use. And another thing, I guess, just don't stress if you have to change exercise order. It's not the end of the world. It is genuinely not the end of the world. You've got other things to be worrying about if you're really worried about exercise order that much. Obviously, most of the time, you want to try and keep it consistent. But it's not the end of the world if on a one-off you have to change things around. Anyway, hamstring curl was really good again. No rubbish reps. Really good. A couple of sets on that one there. Using the prime kit, so 1 setting on the first set, 5 setting on the second set. After that was the leg extension, which was the prime, again, pin loaded, really liking that at the minute. And again, just increased loading on what I'd done previously. I actually done the stack this time, but on my second set, I'd done a lighter set first, just to make sure the knee was good, which it was. Then I'd done the stack second set, which felt great. Great pump through the quads, no knee pain, really good. Just make sure you're changing direction. And also on the prime leg extension, you can get a really nice stretch at the bottom. So that was good. I got also with this meal, bacon medallions and 2 whole legs. So, but yeah, that was good. Leg extension. We moved on to the pendulum squat, which felt better than last week. Really better than last week. I didn't do pause reps this time. I kind of just went for it. The reps are still good, but felt great. I went a little bit heavier than last time as well. I went 4.5 plates. Still not the same amount as to what I was doing prior to my first show and taking that time away from legs, but still a good amount and still an improvement on last week. So that's kind of telling me, okay, the food is doing its thing. My performance is getting better. I just felt more stable as well. I felt more confident, which is great. And although, as I said, like, it's a little bit down in terms of what I was lifting maybe 2 months ago or 3 months ago, it's not a drastic reduction. We're talking 15 kilos, which is not horrendous, right? So I think it's down from 5 plates and a 5 to 4.5 plates after an injury as well. So nothing to be concerned about there. I then done the adductor after that, then leg press, which was 2 tremendous sets. First set, really good, felt more confident, depth was really good. And guys, this is why I bang on about mobility work, because look at the way that I'm moving on the leg press. I mean, not only the leg press, but also the squat as well. Like I feel like my mobility is really good. Ankles, hips. As I said, I know I've come off a knee injury, a bit of a freak incident, but for the most part, like I move really well. Like I'm not in pain going into these positions. So do your mobility work. Go what I'm telling you. But yeah, leg press 2 sets. Then I went on to my hip thrusts, which was the final set of the day. And again, everything just clicked a lot better during this session today, which was great. So anyway, I'm going to finish making this meal and then I'm going to talk to you about how to manage the post-show properly. So post-show, how do you manage it? How do you still end up looking like a bodybuilder after your show is finished? So the first thing I would actually say is, we're going to leave the carbs for last, by the way. First thing I would say is you need to have patience. I think a lot of people, obviously, especially if you are new to the sport, a lot of people expect to finish their season and it's like instantaneously, I'm back. I feel great, training's back, hit PRs, feeling full, feeling good, and it's just not going to happen that quickly. And what can end up happening, or what commonly does end up happening, is people just dig themselves a deeper hole because they try to get back into the gym and smash PRs. They try to do more than what their body is capable of. And they also think that they can speed up the process of feeling better by just eating more food. And the problem is that won't speed up the process. That'll just get you fat really quickly. Really, really quickly. You just have to understand that it is going to take time. Some people, it will take maybe 2 weeks. It might take 10 days. For some people, it might take a month. It might take 2 months. Everyone's different, right? So there are also people that can recover at lower body fats, whereas some people might need to bump up their body fat a little bit higher to start to feel a little bit more recovered and get their hormonal balance back in place. So you just have to assess how you're feeling throughout the prep, or post-show, sorry. As I said as well, kind of with hunger and just using that as a gauge, that's a really bad idea. If you're trying to eat to fullness or satiation post-show, and that's your gauge as to the fact that you've had enough food, you're going to get fat. You're going to get way too fat. Let me just check something real quick. Your appetite is not a good indicator as to how much food you should eat post-show, because you will eat until you've burst. And you do that for enough days and you just get fat. You hold on to a lot of water, you'll be extremely uncomfortable. So a couple of things to help with that. One, plan when you are going to have a good or big meal. If you're going to go out, or if you want to have a big breakfast or a meal out, whatever the case may be, plan it. And then that means don't do anything else other than that event. I know it can be hard, but if you're just spending the entire day just binging and just picking at things throughout the entire day, those calories add up real quick. So plan something. Second thing, stay with your coach. Don't finish your season and be like, I'm going to just go on my own, coach, see how it goes. Especially if you're a first timer. That will most likely result in you either feeling pretty lost and struggling to recover, or uncertain as to whether or not you're making progress, and also potentially gaining too much body fat too quickly. So stay with your coach post-show. You still probably also want to keep in a lot of your dieting foods, a lot of your high volume, loads of veggies, salads, potatoes. You still want to keep those in post-show, a lot of them, because the hunger again is only going to ramp up. You don't want to start putting in off-season foods or more lower volume foods just because you're now in an off-season. You still want to try and control that appetite. I think alongside that as well with your training, there's obviously going to be that excitement about getting back to the normal you, and you probably want to try some new movements and, I want a big deadlift or I want a barbell squat again. It's like, cool, get recovered first, have a discussion call with your coach to go over new programming that will begin once you've recovered, because if you're fucked from your prep and the fact that you're extremely low body fat, you just jump into these new novel movements that could trash you even more, right? So keep programming as is, recover a bit first, and then make adjustments once you've had a discussion with your coach. That's definitely the approach that I would take. Also, one that maybe people don't talk about, be sociable. Be more sociable. Put yourself in more social situations. We are social creatures. If you've been a bit of a hermit towards the back end of your prep, get out and interact with people. That is going to make you feel better. Trust me. Funny enough, right? I was looking at, for some reason, I can't remember. Oh yeah, one of my clients was asking me about saunas and why saunas are great. And I went down this rabbit hole of saunas, but I also went down this rabbit hole of life expectancies in different cultures. And one of the cultures with the highest life expectancies is Japan. And do you know why? Because Japan is very sociable. They're very sociable. They've got great public transport systems. People are outside a lot. There's a lot of interaction. Like, obviously, the diet, etc., is great as well. And the population is pretty thin in comparison to Western countries. But being social makes a huge difference to your well-being, your mindset, how fulfilled you feel. Like, post-show, be sociable, put yourself in more social situations, spend more time with family, friends, interact. It will make you feel better. Those are my tips for post-show. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this food. I appreciate you watching another daily vlog, and I'll see you tomorrow.